Welcome back to another Colorful Keto with Dori. It's January 2nd. It's Getting Over the Hump with Dori. I'm going to make me a quick coffee and we're going to have a chat. I'm running a little bit late today. I had some bad family news. And not everyone in my family has been notified yet, so we'll maybe talk about it tomorrow or the next day. But I just don't want to be that person. That's happened in my family before when there's been bad news and somebody finds out about it because it's on Instagram or Facebook. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. But today we're going to recap 2018. We're going to talk about some of our goals and some of the things that we've got on the go for 2019. And I don't know about you guys, but it's already like the best 2019 for me. So I'm super excited, and I just want to talk to you guys about what our goals are and what we achieved in the last year. So let me grab my coffee cream, and we're going to have a fun chat today. Okay, so if you guys missed it yesterday, we got to do our yay, happy to the new year, happy new year. So if you guys are starting keto, I want to know how you're doing. Are you doing strong? We're day 2. We're day 2 if you started on the 1st. So I'm curious how you guys are doing, how you're making out. If you've got all the information that you need to get started. I'm just trying to adjust my camera here a little bit on Facebook. There we go. Just so we're not like, I don't know, we had a really weird angle on the go on Facebook. Yay! Fixed. So what I really want to do is I want to start, let me turn this down just a little bit. I want to start off this talk. I want to recap 2018. I want to talk to you guys about, some of the things that happened in 2018 and some of the people. Speaking of Lindy, hello Lindy, darling. So I want to talk to you guys about that because I think in this last year, the most important part of my journey has been the people I've shared it with, the people that I've been blessed to come across and share this last year with. So let's start there. I did make a kind of a point note list. Dori never really makes lists, but I kind of it's just not how I do. I don't know what to tell you guys other than when I turn on the go live button, I just share with you whatever I feel like saying. I never pre-plan that stuff. Maybe I should, but I don't, because I feel like when it comes time to share something with you guys, I want it to be, what we're sharing together in that moment. So let us start out with Nancy. Nancy, Keto for Real Life people. If you guys don't know who she is and you don't follow her, you need to. This morning, I posted her first ever live, and that was the live that I saw that inspired me to try a live format. I'd done a couple videos, but I'd never gone on live format, and I didn't have the courage to, partly because I thought, nobody really wants to hear what I have to say. Why would I, go on Facebook Live? That's just silly. And Nancy and I were both part of a really crazy Keto for Beginners group at the time, and someone had made a post about Red Lobster biscuits. I'm at Red Lobster. Should I eat a biscuit? Shouldn't I eat a biscuit? And everybody kind of weighed in and chimed in how they felt, this lady should deal with her life about the biscuit. And most of them said, oh, go ahead and have it. I mean, it's just a biscuit. It's only one biscuit. It's not going to make a difference. If you feel like having a biscuit, you can go right ahead and have a biscuit. And Nancy made a video talking about what happens when you go off of track. Because at that point, a year and a half previous, Nancy had done a 90-day keto challenge, lost a lot of weight, was feeling really good. She thought, you know what, I've got this. I'm never going back. This is my way of eating forever. And the next day was Halloween. And it was, just 3 or 4 little Halloween treats. You can have those. And, just a little kid's McDonald's burger and a small fries. And you can have that. And tomorrow you'll get back on track. And Nancy hopped on live to share her story that a year and a half later, it was Christmas time, she never went back. And she knew she'd had success. She lost the weight. She saw that it was easy. She enjoyed the way of eating. But it only took that one Halloween. It doesn't matter. It's only today. It's just a slip. You can pick it up tomorrow, for her to run off track for well over a year. She gained back all of the weight she lost. Plus, we always know we get that bonus 10, right? You gain back everything you lost plus the bonus 10. And just the reality, the vulnerability in that live, it touched me. I don't even know what to say, guys. Go on my page and watch the live, because you'll cry too. Like, I watched that live, and I won't lie, I crazy lady style messaged Nancy, and I said, clearly we're meant to be new best friends. Like, hi, I'm Dori. I'm a crazy lady. You don't know me at all. But I just watched your video, and it was really inspiring, and I think we're supposed to be best friends. and Lord love her, Nancy said, okay. She didn't know what she's in for. I say it. Like, she didn't know. She didn't know. Oh, and I love that lady. So I have to tell you guys that Nancy really was the beginning of that journey for me. Seeing her be able to just go out there and be honest and be vulnerable made me realize that that's really what people need. Do you know what? I like the science. I like, all of the technically stuff-ish. I'm not like super sciencey. I love that as much as the next person, mostly. But at the end of the day, it's your story that's going to inspire somebody. If medical research was going to change somebody's mind, maybe it will. But at the end of the day, it's going to be your friends and family who see you, the changes that you've made, how happy you are in your life, how healthy and vibrant you feel. That is what's going to change people's lives at the end of the day. At the end of the day, that's what's going to make a huge difference. After I met Nancy, and it was right around the same time that I met Nancy actually, is how I met Dr. Ken Berry. And I'm going to tell you guys kind of a funny, let's get a little bit, let me adjust my camera here, and we'll get a little bit closer so that I don't have to like sit up. Let me just get you guys moved over. I don't want to have to like sit up on my chair, because this is a funny story. So I'm going to tell you guys this one, because I'm going to say that 99.9% of you probably don't know how I met Dr. Ken Berry. And you wonder, that's so weird. Like, Dori and Dr. Ken, how did that happen? I wonder. Like, how did Dori ever meet Dr. Ken? It's such a weird thing. He lives in Tennessee. I live in Canada. We're not anywhere near each other. So I'm going to tell you guys a story. Story time with Dori. And you're going to like this one, I think. So at the time, I was moderator for a Canadian-only keto group. Now, you guys have heard me talk about some of the dramas that were included with that group, and we don't play dirty, we don't name names or drag any dirt out. That's not how we do here. But you guys know that there was a group and that there was some weird stuff that happened. So it was in that period of time, and I was moderator in that group. And my position for them, my job for them, was to approve or not approve members. That was really kind of all what I did for them. Like, it was only a brief 2-week period in a very weird circle of drama. But in this 2 weeks, I was in charge of approving and disapproving members to join. And Dr. Ken had sent a join request. And I looked at the request, I looked at his profile, and I went, oh my God. a low carb doctor. I don't know if he's actually keto or not, guys, but low carb, like low carb doctor. So I took some screenshots of his profile and I sent them to the mod chat and I said, "Oh my god, guys, a doctor wants to join the group. Should we, check him out, check out some of his information, watch some of his videos?" And they said, "No, Dori, he's not Canadian. Decline." And I was like, "What? Are you sure? Because he's a doctor and he's not from like Zimbabwe. Like an actual, board certified, hi, I'm a doctor." And they were like, "No, Dori, he's not Canadian. Decline and block, because that's their policy. If they decline you, they also block you, so you can't find the group, because that is how they do." So I mulled over it for a little bit, and I mean, I did what they said, because it's not like they wouldn't notice if I let Dr. Ken in. Like, think they'd notice? Think they'd notice? They probably wouldn't notice, right? So I did what they said, and I declined Dr. Ken, and I blocked him, but I felt like such a jerk. And at that time, I had just started my Facebook group, and I think there was 20 people in my Facebook group. And I messaged Dr. Ken and I said, "Hi, I'm Dori. I'm a moderator of the Canadian keto group that you were trying to join. And unfortunately, they don't allow any non-Canadian members. So I unfortunately had to decline your request and block you. But I do have a small keto group of my own, if you would like to join that instead." And I won't lie, I didn't expect him to join my group. I actually didn't expect him to respond to my message at all. And sure enough, Dr. Ken messaged back and said, "Oh, that would be lovely. Thank you. I would love to join your group." And that was how I met Dr. Ken. From there, we started chatting, and after I did my very first live, I'm going to tell you guys a geeky story. I did my very first live in that crazy keto group that I was in, because I was like, I'm going to go on there and I'm going to do a live. And I went in there and I did a live, and I geeky style messaged Dr. Ken, and I was like, "Oh yeah, Dr. Ken, I did a live, just saying, like 200 people like it, just saying. Just, not bragging or anything, I'm just saying." And he was like, "Oh, good for you, Dori. I'll check it out when I get home. I'm at work, whatever. I'll check it out when I get home." And he messaged me later and he was like, "God, girl, have you seen how many people have seen that?" And I was like, I don't know, like 300, because I was looking on my phone and it only shows you, likes and comments, but not actual views. And that group was so big, like it was so huge. That video got over 12,000 views in 3 days. It was crazy. It was crazy. And that was the beginning of when Dr. Ken and I started doing lives together. So that was how I met Dr. Ken. Oh, I don't know, I flipped that around. Oops, sorry guys, I flipped you around. And shortly after that, I introduced Dr. Ken to Nancy. And we spent a lot of time with Dr. Ken. We've learned some really, really awesome things with Dr. Ken. I will say, in the beginning, every time I did a live with Dr. Ken, I was like, "Dude, you're just saying all these words I don't want to hear. And now you're just telling me more stuff I can't eat. Like, I'm really thinking about not liking you." Like, I have some serious thought. Like, what the heck, Dr. Ken? Every time we talk, you're just like, "No, Dori." No, I don't think so, Dori. Dang it. We went around on sweeteners like probably on 4 different lives, and I was really trying to find one that you could just have and not have to worry about. And I was like, "But what if it's a keto sweetener, Dr. Ken?" "No, Dori." "But what if it's, just fresh stevia leaf, Dr. Ken?" "No, Dori." If it tastes like sweet, Dori." And I was like, "But what if, Dr. Ken?" "No, Dori." I tried for you guys. Like, I tried really hard for you guys. I was like right in there trying for you. Oh, and I want to say hi to Vanessa, and she's loving on the Boomerang song. Happy New Year, Vanessa. I love Boomerang, and we're going to talk about Honeychrome next, because why not? I want to tell you guys, it was kind of a weird, I've never met him in person either, but sort of a weird, odd connection that I met him too. I came across one of his songs, and I really liked it. So I Dori style messaged him and said, hey, any chance you wouldn't mind if I used your songs in my videos, because I like music I don't get sued for, and I love your music. And you know what? He watched a couple of my videos, and he said, you know what? I really like what you do. You go ahead and you use my music. So I love him, and I appreciate him. And if you guys get a chance to, you know what, throw some support his way, do that. Go subscribe to his YouTube channel. Check him out on Instagram, because I absolutely really appreciate the opportunity to share his music with you guys. Okay, so we are next on the list, and I want to talk a little bit about some of the big things that happened last year. I think the biggest thing that happened last year, and the biggest decision I made last year, was the snap decision to go to KetoCon. So I want to talk about that, because if you guys are putting off your decision, you're hemming and hawing, you know, maybe I want to go to KetoCon, maybe I don't go. Like, go. I don't even know how to say enough. You need to go to be able to be in a community where everyone has the same goals as you, and you get to learn, and it changed everything. Now, I'm going to tell you guys a secret, because some of you do know and some of you don't know. I only heard about KetoCon 6 weeks before it was happening. Like, I don't know how I heard about it. I saw a post somewhere, and I was like, oh my God, KetoCon, we have to go. And Nancy was like, yeah, you know, it's only a couple hours away from me, but I don't think I'm gonna go. And I was like, what? He's only a couple hours from you, and you think you're not? You know, girl, you have got to go. You've got to go. And I, like a rocket, I got a hold of her, and I convinced her she had to go. I got a hold of Dr. Ken, and I convinced him he had to go, because he hadn't heard of it either. I got a hold of Wendy. I convinced her she had to go, because I was like, I'm going. I'm going all the way from Texas. All the way from Canada to Texas. You have got to go, and you've got to meet me. And I didn't know what to expect. I've never been to a keto conference of any kind whatsoever. And I did not know what to expect. And I think also, sidebar, they did not see me coming. Like, I do not think they were quite expecting a Dori, but we had so much fun. Oh my goodness, we had so much fun. And I met some amazing people. I did some really embarrassing things in public. That's always really good. I met Keto Connect, and I called her Maja instead of Mega to her face. That wasn't really embarrassing at all. Live twice. We're not best friends. You know, I think she probably doesn't hate me, but we're not going to be best friends. But I had a lot of fun. I did do some embarrassing things. If you're like, oh, you know, Dori's so smooth. No, I do embarrassing things, and I do that in public, and I do that on live because, well, that's how you do things. I'm just saying. We got to meet Jimmy Moore. I got to meet Leanne Vogel. Sidebar, on the live, when she was doing her talk, she said I had awesome hair. Famous hair now, just saying. Leanne Vogel said my hair was awesome. Famous. I got to meet Maria Emmerich and her amazing little boys. If I could have brought them home with me. You can't just, you know, steal people's children, Dori. They did wander off to do part of the vendor show live with me, because I wasn't really thinking about it. I was live. I was doing the vendor show. They wanted to come with. I was like, oh, you want to come with? Okay. And off we went. And then a little while later, Daddy's all like, hello, you can't just like, you know, they're like, but we're with Dori. Like, you can't just wander off with people's children, Dori. Oh, okay then. I'll bring them back. But we had so much fun. So Go Meats brought their 3 little girls, and oh my goodness, if you want your heart to melt, like, oh my goodness, they were so sweet and they were so well behaved. Like, all the kids did so good. And I won't lie, when I went up to their booth, I ignored Mommy and Daddy, and I said, who wants to tell me about your products? And they knew, like, they knew exactly what to say. They knew what was in their products. They knew how they were packaged, and they were super happy that somebody asked them. And we had fun. We had a lot of fun. I got to meet Carrie Brown there. I offended her. That was, again, really awesome because I'm very smooth. Like, I am very smooth. I walked away from that encounter thinking, I have just offended the most staunch British woman I've ever met. Like, it was a really awesome meeting. Wendy brought me to introduce her, and I find Carrie very intimidating. I mean, I love her now, and we've chatted, and I don't find her so intimidating. But the day that I met her, I found her very intimidating, and she just looked right at me, and she said, who are you? What do you do? And I was like, I'm Dori. I invented sparkle bulletproof coffee. Because the woman's only made how many cookbooks? Like, I'm crying at like how smooth that was. Like, it was really awesome smooth. And she just looked at me, and I love her. Nancy was like, no, you didn't. You do this, you do that. But I was never expecting for anybody to ask who I was or what I do. And I certainly wasn't expecting to be put on the spot like that. And then, because we roll from one smoothness to the other in Dori world, right? This is how we roll. As I'm standing there being not smooth, talking to Carrie Brown, my new best friend walks up that I had just done a live with around the corner because she overheard me talking about bariatrics. And I said, oh, Carrie Brown, this is my new best friend. And she looks at me and she goes, that's my best friend. And I was like, oh, well, we're gonna have to share her because I just met her and I really love her. And she looked at me and she said, I don't share things. That's my best friend. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm so smooth. It was awesome. And I left there thinking, oh yeah, like, she really, really hates me. So I tried to send her, a really smooth message to kind of like, make a better first impression / apologize for being super awkward. And I was in the middle of typing the message and it sent. So I got half of one really weird, awkward message to her. And I was like, oh, does my life get better? Like, could this actually, like, I'm dying of humiliation right now. And she was lovely. Like, she was very lovely about my weird and awkwardness, and we bonded. And since then, we've done multiple lives together and had so much fun. But I want you guys to know that even in the moments when we are not smooth, sometimes it doesn't harm us. So, if you guys are thinking about going to KetoCon, you have to go, because I'm probably going to do something equally smooth, and you don't want to miss that. Like, who wants to miss out on that? Oh, Dori, I don't know why people let me out in public. There should be a law. But it's the most fun. Like, I literally have more fun than anybody. That's how you win. Okay, so we got that one down. Let's go to some of the new amazing people that we are absolutely kicking 2019's butt with. I want to talk to you guys. First, I want to talk to you about my Miss Joette. I don't know if she is still watching or not, but if you are Miss Joette, get ready to blush, because, girl, we're going to talk about you. I love you, girl. I love you. And I want you guys to know, Joette is very quiet and very shy, so you might not see her, up around my page all that much, but she is literally one of the biggest supports that I have. Like, we joke and talk and laugh all of the time and spitball ideas. And you know what? We would not have any awesome ridiculous treats without Joette. Joette said to me that she loves the keto brick and she would love for me to try it. And I'm not gonna lie, I told her what I would tell anybody if they asked me to try a protein bar, and I would say, "Hi, I'm Dori. I don't eat protein bars." Hi. I'm Dori, and I don't eat that. I eat my food. I don't eat protein bars. I don't eat pre-packaged, pre-processed. I don't eat any of that. I don't eat it. So I won't lie to you guys. I never would have purchased a brick for myself. I wouldn't have. I'd be lying to you if I said, oh, one day I maybe would have tried it. I wouldn't have. Because it's not something that's in my regular diet. It's not something I'm used to eating. I'm not one of those people who ate protein bars on the regular. But because I love Joette and she asked me, could she send me one, and would I try some fun stuff with it? Could I make some cool treats? Could I experiment? I can't say no to my Joette. I love her. Like, there's no way I could say no to her. I absolutely adore her. And I think I'm so pleasantly surprised. Like, I never imagined something like a keto brick would fit into my everyday life. It's not something that I would purchase or eat or even normally contemplate. So these are the things that help us grow and reach outside of what we think as well. Because what I love about the treats that I'm able to make with the brick is, look at how nutrient dense they are. Look at how high fat they are and how low carb they are and how easy it is for me to make quick, sustainable options. Because I'm not going to just eat it off the brick. I'm not going to sit down and eat a brick for a meal because that's too much food for me. But what I will do is I will break them down into shelf-stable, bite-sized candies that I can carry around in my purse for when I'm shopping, or for when I'm at that point in the day where I just need a bite of something. The other day I made some really awesome trail mix and I just melted up the mocha keto brick with a little bit of butter and put it over the nuts. We did pork rinds with colored coconut, unicorn poop. That was Joette's idea too. Joette wanted to make unicorn poop for Lexi, who is also the love of my life. Just saying, if you're watching, Miss Lexi, I love you. I think my keto kids are my favorite people. No offense to you guys. You're grown up. I love you too, but my special place in my heart is for my keto kids, because do you know what? That is how we truly change the world. That is how we truly change the world, is we raise children who understand about nutrition, who understand that sugar isn't a treat. Sugar is a poison. And we raise children who advocate for their own health, and they don't need to spend 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 years getting sick before they live a healthy life. Let's teach them now, because you know what? You teach 5 kids and they're going to go to school and they're going to teach 5 kids who are going to go to school and teach 5 kids. And if you really, really, really want to help keto grow and help keto become mainstream, Don't ignore those babies. Don't ignore them, because, man, in 10 years, 15 years, who you think is going to be ruling the world? Let's be honest, 2 seconds. Like, who do you think is going to be in charge of food regulations and packaging and supply and demand and advertising? If we teach them now what matters, then guess what happens in 5 years from now, in 10 years from now? You know what, if we hit kids who are 10, who are 13, who are 15, and we teach them now, heck, start with toddlers. My Evelyn is only 3, and she's like the most courageous keto kid you ever saw. I'll post the picture. She got mad at the lady at the restaurant for trying to serve her not butter. This ain't butter, lady. What are you trying to pull off on me? This ain't butter. and she's 3. So these are the things that we can foster. This is what will help us grow this year, next year, into the future, is really share this. Share this with your children. Share this with your family. And allow kids to understand and grow. Make things that they can help you make. Make it fun. That's why I make all the silly fun foods and the silly colorful foods. I mean, the keto Nazis hate me, and I come under fire for it, because it's for the kids. It's for the kids. If they see it, if they want it, if they don't feel like they're missing out. You know what? I don't want your 6-year-old to go to school hating what's in their lunchbox. I want them to go to school going, oh my God, did you see my treats? My treats are so awesome. No, you can't have my treats. There's no tratesies. I'm not trading for yo poison. Trade my bacon for that. And I think that that's really, it's important. And I think that the keto community really skips over kids. I think there's not enough focus. There's just not. And I think a lot of people are afraid, oh, well, is keto healthy for kids? I don't know. Are Cheetos and Doritos and Snickers and Pop healthy for kids? So let's, think about that just a little bit. So we are like not even halfway through the year, and we have 5 minutes left. I think. Goodness, we might end up having to continue this later. But before we run out of time, I want to talk to you guys about Crystal Hastings. I don't know if she's watching or if she's not watching, girl. I don't know if you're here. I know you'll watch on the replay, because, girl, you always got my back on the replay. And I want to tell you guys, Crystal Hastings is my other behind-the-scenes lady who helps me immensely and inspires me all of the time to do more and more creative things for you guys. If you ever see any of my recipes that look like a legitimate typed-up recipe and you're like, smooth, Dori, that wasn't me. That was not me. Dori writes ingredients, no directions, sometimes amounts, and goes, have at her, baby. That's my creative style. That's what you get. But if you saw a recipe that looks like a legitimate recipe, with actual directions and quantities and all that good fun stuff, Crystal typed it for me. I guarantee you right now, Crystal typed that for me, and I love her. When we do food tutorials, if she's available, she hops on and she types them out as we're making them, because almost everything I create for you guys is a spontaneous creation. I very seldom create a recipe and then recreate it with you. We're usually doing it live. So in the midst of everybody's like, recipe, can I have the recipe? And I'm like, when we all do, because it doesn't exist yet. Like, it exists when we're done, and Crystal saves us from that, and I appreciate it. Now, I'm going to tell you guys a secret. Crystal helped me do something extra special for Joette. Now, I want you guys to stay tuned. Tomorrow is January 3rd. January 3rd marks 2 years of keto and keto carnivore for Joette. and we have made a celebration. So there is something awesome for you guys to stay tuned for. It is my absolute blessing, my honor, and my gift to share Joette's story with you guys. So stay tuned. There is going to be an extra special anniversary post for Joette, and Crystal helped me get that all together. So I appreciate it, and I cannot wait for you guys to share and celebrate with Joette tomorrow. Now, I don't know, we haven't actually talked about it, Miss Joette, but I'm hoping that maybe you have some time to join me for a live, and we can do a thank you for the inspiration Thursday, and we can talk about some of the people who've inspired your journey, because 2 years, girl, that is a long time, and I am so proud of you, and you are so healthy and so strong, and I really want to be able to celebrate that with you. So hit me up, lady. I know we're going to chat in like a few minutes anyways, but if you have time tomorrow, if you and Lexi can join me live tomorrow, I would love to celebrate your 2 years with you, because girl, I am so proud of you. And you know what? Every day you are out there proving that we don't have to give up on healthy. We don't have to give up on healing ourselves, because lady, you are controlling and reversing and healing so much that even the weight you've lost is the smallest part of your journey. And I don't downplay it. I'm so proud of you. You are one. Ha, mommy. What? But what really impresses me is how you've advocated for your own health, and how you are using diet to heal yourself, and how you're sharing that with your family. So stay tuned. I will let you guys know if we can work that out for tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. And then you know what? While we're talking about who's inspired us on our journey, we can finish the rest of this talk, and we can get through the second half of 2018, because you know what? There's just so many amazing people who've entered my life in this last year. It may be a week-long video series. I can't lie, guys, because each of these people deserves a little bit of a story. I can't just run down a list of, oh, I love this person and that person. So let's continue, and let's see if we can't hang out. Joette, you have to let us celebrate with you. Tell her, guys, tell her we want to celebrate with her. Please, we want to celebrate with you. Join us live and celebrate with us. Please, we love you. And cheat free. 2 years cheat free. Like, girl, I don't even know what to tell you. We are immensely. We are so proud of you. We are all so proud of you. Like, every day, girl, you inspire me to get up, and you remind me that it's not so hard. It's not so hard, because you know what? I know you on a personal level, and I know what kind of life you juggle and what sort of stresses you have. So when somebody gives me that, my life is too stressful, my life is too hard, I always think of you, girl. And I think about everything you struggle with, and yet you pull it off like a rock star. And hats off. Hats off to you, darling. Time for me to sign out. I'm off to go grab Jacob, but let's do it tomorrow. Message me, Joette. We need this. And Crystal, we're getting you on a live next. I know you are nervous. I know you feel uncomfortable. That's why we're going to do it together. And it'll be way more fun together, and you won't feel awkward, and you will feel weird, and it won't even be sideways. What? Let's do it. I love you, ladies. I will see you all soon. Bye, my darlings. And a message in front of you. There we go. End.